Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I do hope and pray this message finds you and your loved ones peaceful, thriving, and well. And yes, it is, I think, 0 in the treehouse this morning. So again, I'm taking it inside. It's February. You know what? I got to roll with what's happening out there in the weather, but I'm never going to miss a morning of connecting with you. And this morning, I want to kind of run on something we've been talking about over the last few weeks, because many of you have been going, wow, that was really cool to learn about mindset. That was awesome to learn about your love affair with Jack LaLanne. But the thing I'm struggling with more than anything, this is all of us right now, is how do I stay disciplined? You know, interesting enough, you hear that word, and I'm just going to go like discipline. Do you kind of go, oh my goodness, you kind of step back and feel like recoil and kind of go into self-protection. When I hear that word, it brings up the little boy in me who was fidgety. And you can only imagine, I'm 57 now, what I was like when I was 12. Yeah, I was trying to channel a lot of zeal, mostly ineffectively. So I think that the word discipline can bring up a lot for us. But I want to unpack the root of this word for you because it's such a beautiful understanding of what this time can offer all of us. Many of us, if not almost all of us, are in a place where our schedules have become pretty much the same. We kind of have a routine. A lot of our life is happening from home. We're not socializing the way that we are craving, that we love to. And there is some opportunities in this. And I think this is what I'm learning over this past year now. And really revisiting the word discipline. Discipline comes from the word disciple, which means student, to be a student. And I think if you look at this past year, the times when you were feeling most angry, most sad, most anxious, most depressed, whatever it is you were feeling, and also when you were feeling maybe most peaceful, most hopeful, all of these times gave us the opportunity to exercise discipline. And I think for me, when I look at that word and I unpack it to come back to the word student, I go, when was I most alive? Being a student of that. When was I feeling the most anxious? Being a student of that. Being a student of whatever it is that you want to have more in your life, and then taking the lesson of that and practicing it. The beautiful thing about discipline today, for most of us who are leading pretty much the same day after day after day, it's a perfect time to say, okay, I'm going to start building a day where I know that the student of me who goes, wow, this past few weeks when I've been reading in the morning, when I've been not turning on the television, when I haven't looked at my phone before I've connected with my heart, all of this is a discipline and gives rise to what I love to say is a blisscipline. Because what we know is that when we connect to something consciously that we love, that makes us feel good, that makes us be a demonstration of what we know makes us feeling loving and kind and generous towards ourselves, we release a very, very powerful neurochemical. And this is called anandamide. Anandamide. Yes, it comes from the Sanskrit word ananda, which means bliss. And there's actually a bliss chemical in our brain. And she, because I think she's a she, I'm going to refer to her, the pronoun of divine feminine. What she loves purpose when we are driven by joy, when we are driven by the practice of gratitude, when we are driven by giving ourselves permission to practice the things that make us feel most peaceful, alive, awakened, compassionate, open, just like being a student of the life that you love. That's discipline. Now, doesn't that feel better? For me, because of my history, I love to kind of revisit words with the really deeper, spiritually charged emotion. And I think discipline, giving rise to blisscipline, is a beautiful opportunity right here and right now. So take a look at your day. Look at this past year. Focus on when you were really feeling that sense of possibility, that sense of empowerment, that sense of peace. Write it down and say, okay, I'm going to schedule this into my day, because when I schedule it in, I've already started building neuropeptides, these powerful proteins in our brain that they're like a love-seeking, I don't want to say missile because that sounds a little violent, but a love-seeking target where it goes after what it is that you've written down. It starts to formulate a plan to make you do it. And then when you follow through and do it, your body's releasing the anandamide. And then we go from discipline to blissipline. It's a good time to feel more bliss, isn't it? It's a great time to revisit the word discipline, soften the edges, and realize it's simply being a good student. And a good student studies and then practices what makes us feel most alive. So with that, from the home office, surrogate to the treehouse, much love, all blessings. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.